Yes, I'm Yotam Cohen. I'm the DevOps lead at Talon.One. To those of you who doesn't know Talon.One, Talon.One is a marketing engine, or at least started as marketing engine back in 2006 by the co-founder of Lieferando as a need that arose in Lieferando, and from that ventured into opening a new company to solve that, mostly around coupon and how to centralize everything campaign related, and help developers being removed from this like equation of any new marketing campaign from the marketing people and then wasting the time. From that point on till now, obviously there are like a lot of features that were added and also very interesting features to be added, and I will mention them towards the end. And I think since the beginning, 2006, we already started using Aiven back then. And that's it on me.
Thanks a lot, Yotam. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Željko Dodlek. Name is Željko. And I'm with Aiven based out of Munich, responsible for the German-speaking region. Aiven delivers within his fully managed data platform, currently 11 open source data services, which are helping organizations in solving complicated data streaming and data storage problems. Aiven is a company based out of Helsinki, founded in 2016. A year later, Talon found us. Today we have the challenge figuring out how they found us. So that's also something. Nice stories to speak about. So, and since cost is always an important subject to our customers, we organized this meeting today. Thank you for organizing it, Florian and Google team. So this is really fantastic. So I'm personally working with Talon since I've started with Aiven 2021, and since Talon was already a customer when I started, I learned a lot from them. So even about our own organization, about things, how they're working and things like that. So, and to be honest, it's a super fantastic experience being part of this growth. So when I started, Talon was using already the Aiven services, so Postgres in the beginning only. And it was pretty decent, nice, small, and it grew over time. So it's really great seeing it and how this is expanding. But this is something what we are going to discuss later. So I would like to let's just start with the conversation. So Yotam, you mentioned in your introduction that you selected Aiven early in the stage, so in your journey. So can you tell the audience more about how our partnership started?
Yeah, so when Talon.One started as it's more POC, right? We started on AWS, and then when we had the idea, we did the initial product, and we said, okay, now we want to cement, and we looked into different databases, providers all across the different clouds, so GCP, AWS, and not Azure, and we ended up choosing Aiven for a few reasons. And since then, basically, Aiven has been a big part of the product. We are also not hiding the fact that Aiven is a part of the product. It's not like, I think there's a term for that, where you just hide and reuse the piece of infrastructure. But we are, as you call, white labeling Aiven, and I think very proud of using Aiven because also our clients know Aiven. And they trust the availability and the product of Aiven. So this is how we came to the conclusion of using the platform. Also, the platform has the API first approach, which really helps us in more developer mindset to continuously use it.
Cool. Thank you very much. So this is what I see personally with other clients in the region as well. So Conrad is one customer what I'm helping with and covering. So this also started, not as early as you, so they started 2 years ago, and also with one product, and then they're expanding and benefiting basically from the ease of use. So all the complexity is hidden, and just spinning up services which are fully managed help them in being much more agile, much faster, and also from the cost perspective, much more predictable. So, and this is what we've seen with you. But fast forward to today, and with all the years with us. So can you share, where have you seen the biggest gains in your data infrastructure, and what were those gains?
Sure. So basically, I think in the first 4 years, we had no DevOps team, which means we had no one to actually, or DBA, if anybody thinking that direction, which means we had no one to basically manage this infrastructure. I wasn't here. And there was maybe a few very enthusiastic developers that were, more leaning towards the infrastructure side, but definitely not experts or professional in that area. And that I think really helped with keeping the lights on, as you say. And then from that point on, we also managed to utilize the Aiven platform, and especially the plans on Aiven, which means you can have small to medium and to massive, and there's like 20 other levels in the meantime of different plans, and we adapted per client, and by that you're saving money. Also with the help of Aiven, of course, as I think we are one of the bigger clients in the region. That really helps price-wise. And from this point on, every time we need anything regarding data, we basically turn to Aiven first for an idea or a direction. So we get the help, not only in the sense of this is what we sell, but we get the conceptual help of this is how it should be done. And we might have a product that will help you in that. And that really helps because you understand why things are the way they are, not necessarily, from a pure sell point of view. I think this has been extremely successful in helping us saving costs and helping us go the right direction, not because of the cost of the infrastructure itself and how much it is, but the hidden cost of the research and the time being wasted on trying to use things that do not fit to our needs.
Cool. So scalability. Let's stay on this subject. So when I started with Aiven, I can remember that one of the first conversations with the Talon team was, this typical thing, hey, introducing the new sales guy and everything is fantastic. So how, where did we help you saving cost? And I can remember, so I don't know if it was you or somebody else. And they said, no, at the beginning, we did not have any problems. So, we just started with something, but growing in a way as you grew. So what impact would it have in managing all of that by yourself? So that was basically an indirect cost saving with the view into the future. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think regarding scalability, we grew, I think, by percentage, maybe by 30% of clients. So we were well above the 200 plus running databases at the same time. And it's very seamless to us. We take it for granted that we have all those databases running, being constantly upgraded, and we don't need to manage this on this side. This is first and foremost because the approach I mentioned of the API first, and we have our own DB operator, we have our own Aiven operator that basically before I even wrote it, that basically bring up and bring down all databases. And we also want to, expand that, but we are able to do those things because Aiven allows us to do those things. And as we grew, we also noticed that our data pipelines or the entire data digestion is getting pricey, right? Because many companies charge you by volumes, and we managed to curve down this the price here or the cost here via using Aiven's Kafka, because it's a fixed price per month. So that really helped us with having a predictable amount of cost regarding our data pipelines. And as we scale, it's very important for us to keep tab on what we do, because most data product do charge by volume, and we want to be more data oriented. That's a big goal for us in Talon.One, to be more data oriented. So we more digestion and more analytics on top of that.
Cool. Thanks so much. So yeah, very good insights. So when I'm looking to other clients, so I had the situation pretty often, so that the scalability topic is super important to them. So especially in the retail environment, we have Black Friday, we have Christmas. So we have peaks, and scaling up the infrastructure, especially the complicated one like Kafka, like databases, if more performance is required, this was never a simple thing. So scaling it up when you need the software, or when you need the additional performance and resources, and scaling it down again is one of the beauties of a solution like we provide. And I'm 100% sure you're using this pretty often. So yeah.
One thing, I don't remember if maybe Dimitris do it on the side, on the chat, but if you have questions, exactly. Thank you, Dimitris. If you have any questions, feel free to interrupt us. That's something we agreed on from the beginning. Yes, definitely we use regarding the entire sales season, we do upgrade, we do use, and again, it's things that I've done in previous companies where we couldn't really scale up and down, mostly down, right? Because scale up, every company gives you the ability to scale up because it also brings more money. But scaling down is something that is usually hard to do, especially if the database is already there. And this is something we definitely use in Aiven. So when we have a large and predictable amount of volume, we bump up the plan, and then we bring it back down once everything is back to normal. It's the same for load testing when we onboard clients. So we can really give clients the ability to, scale with us. That's the idea.
Fantastic. So would you be able to put a price point on different savings that we're using the managed Aiven services? So, it's savings can be everything. As you know, savings can be just consolidating, but yeah.
For sure. So I said there's a hidden cost and there's a obvious cost. So regarding the hidden cost, I already mentioned just the support and just the fact that we can avoid wasting time on any kind of lost causes. That really helps us. And also if we need support in Kafka or anything else, because we're not professional, we're not pros in every product we use by Aiven, we always have the Aiven guys to rely on, which is really cool. And I think from December till now, based on the pricing optimization, we saved around 40K a month, which is roughly 40K. I would say it's around 33% of our pricing, of our monthly cost. So it's a big deal for us. We're not huge. We do make money, but every saving matters.
The cool thing on the saving, because I was so involved into that, so it was not a discount because you're a nice customer. Yes, you are the perfect customer. It was more optimizing the plans. So if you're looking into the Aiven plans, so there is a standard configuration of CPU memory and storage. So we were able to create custom plans for your needs. So basically we were able to adjust it and fine tune the storage amount per machine per plan for shrinking the cost. So if in the standard plan 200 gig of SSD storage or NVMe storage is included, but you need initially only 30 gig, there is an immense saving on the amount of customers you have. So that was something we were pretty proud. So you asked us, hey, can we reduce the cost? We have a very complicated situation at the moment globally, so we don't know in which direction it's going. So we would like to be more competitive in this area, and we together sit on a table. We had a few meetings and we found ways for exactly doing those savings. So that was pretty cool. So last question from my side before we open it to the audience. So if they're just waiting to ask questions at the end, can you please share any cool tool feature your team has been working on recently? Or what is going to be rolled out soon in combination with Aiven for
Of
sure.
course.
Yes,
So first of all, we have a few bigger clients, enterprise level, that requires regional failovers, and we said, sure, let us go back. We'll sketch it out and come back to you. Actually, Aiven supports it out of the box, so it was actually a very quick turnaround of getting back to them and telling them, very possible, we will do it. Few maybe limitations that we worked together with Aiven, because we have all these like custom plans, but this is something that's definitely going to be resolved because of the responsiveness of the Aiven team. And I think the other cool one is that in Europe, the EU has came up with a new policy that makes you must. I'm not sure. I can send the white paper on this from Talon.One afterwards. You must basically put the lowest price in the last 30 days for each product you have online. This is mostly, if you know, on Black Friday, they bump the price in 100 euros and then they say, here's a 50 euro discount. It's to avoid those things. So this is very complicated, and like not many companies want to start developing it themselves. So we take it because we know the prices of the products. We take it on ourselves to create this analytical tool behind the scenes and feed it back to the clients. And this, we think, we're gonna win over many clients based on this feature. And I think it's also gonna give everything from what's the GDPR? GDPR, and everything the EU just land rules wise is always hard, and you need to shift. And if we can, put it on ourselves versus the clients, I think it creates a lot of traction. That's it.
Cool. Fantastic. So I'm good with my questions, basically. So next time we meet, I will have a lot of follow-up questions because now new things are coming up. Thanks a lot, Yotam.